Good evening, friends and residents of Aljunied, GRC, and Aukang, SMC. Very happy to see all of you here and in good spirits. I'm very happy to be with you this evening in Aljunied to talk to you about our plans, about Aljunied, about Singapore and the future. We decided to have a rally in Aljunied. I decided to come to talk to you at this rally in Aljunied. Because I wanted you to know that I've sent a good team here of people, Lee Hong Chuan in Aukang, and the 5 we have here in Aljunied, Victor, Guat Kwang, Murali, and the others, and that we are behind them. We have full confidence in them. We will support them, and together, if you give us a chance, we will serve you well. Aljunied has changed enormously over the years. 40, 50 years ago, this was a backward place. A very poor part of Singapore, full of kampongs. There's the Jalan Yunus, Malay settlement. There's Kampong Batak, Kampong Ubi, Kampong Wat Tanjong. There were Chinese kampongs, Kampong Yu Keng, near Lorong Tai Seng. A lot of gangsters were there. There were bungalow houses on stilts in the Hillside Drive, Parry Road, Rosyth area. And there was a Jiu Huang Gong, famous Chinese temple, now moved somewhere else. And the hawker food was also not bad. I have spent time in Aljunied. For a year, I was in Jalan Kambing Camp, 20 SA, Paya Lebar. Today, the camp is gone, the Jalan Kambing is gone, the Kambing also is gone. But I'm not gone, I'm back. So, you just look around you, the houses, the fields, the trains, the roads. Year by year, the PAP government working with you, we've transformed Aljunied. The kampong became new towns. We built Bedok Reservoir, a very beautiful place. I've been there many times for walks in the evenings with my family. Serangoon Gardens, that's been there for now about 55, nearly 60 years, but we've upgraded it. In fact, Serangoon Gardens for some time was part of Ang Mo Kio GRC, and I was the MP covering Serangoon Gardens. And when I was looking after Serangoon Gardens, we introduced the EUP, the Estate Upgrading Project, and we made sure that Serangoon Gardens was in the first batch of the EUP. So the circus at Serangoon Gardens, the roads, the longkangs are covered, Chomp Chomp is better, the hawker center is better. And why did we do that? Because we wanted to make things better for the residents. Same with Kaki Bukit, same with Paya Lebar. We have made Eunos and Aljunied a vibrant place. So when Giorgio and his team took over, 1988, and later on became a GRC, this became better and better year by year. They also ran the town council well, ran it operationally well, good service to you, ran it financially soundly. So it broke even, it built up its reserves, made sure there was something for the rainy day. And in fact, this is not done in one day, it's many years' work, because decades of work by good men and women working with you who made this progress. But it doesn't take long to demolish it, to waste it away. And 4 years ago, we didn't win the elections. We handed over the town council to Workers' Party. It was in good working order then. Workers' Party, we told them, here you are, working town council. Today, and the Workers' Party took it over, signed off the accounts. Accounts were all properly kept, certified by the auditors in a surplus. But unfortunately, for the last 4 years, things haven't gone well at all. And that's why we're sending a good team here to contest in Aljunied, to convince and persuade you that the PAP is the right choice. You vote for my team. Vote for them. They will stop things from going wrong and they will put things right. And things will work again. So when you are voting for the team which will look after your town council. But you're also voting for the team which will look after the government. And when we ask you to vote for the PAP, I'm telling you not just that we will look after your town council well, but also that we will look after Singapore well, because we intend to form the next government and we intend to take Singapore forward. How do you know I'm telling you the truth? Because we have been doing this for 50 years, we have shown you what we can do, and I have been doing this for 30 years, and I think you know me, and you know my character, you know my personality. If I say can. If I say cannot, I'm sorry, besai. And I'm telling you, if the PAP come back here in Aljunied, esaya! Esai, see me, what can you do? We can work in Aljunied, we can work around Aljunied, because Aljunied is in the eastern part of Singapore, it's right in the middle, big piece. You've got Marine Parade next to you, you've got Tampines next to you. And these are all areas which I'm sure Aljunied residents go to frequently. So, for example, we are developing Paya Lebar Central, just outside your boundary in Marine Parade. And already there are new developments there, including things like the Lifelong Learning Institute. We've got Wisma Geylang Serai coming up. We'll be ready in 2 years' time. And will be an important hub for residents. And come Hari Raya, I think it'll be even more lively and colorful. And here in Aljunied, we are going to redevelop the Tefu Industrial Estate. It will become a modern, green, beautiful Tefu Industrial Park. Nice to look at, also very good for jobs for your residents. We have Downtown Line 3 coming. It will open in 2 years' time, under construction now. I'm sure a bit inconvenient for residents, but it is on the way. And there will be 4 stations in Aljunied GRC. Bedok Reservoir, Bedok North, Kaki Bukit, and Ubi Station. So it's going to be much more convenient for Aljunied residents to commute, to go to work. We're also improving the amenities in the area. So we can have Sungai Pinang, the canal on Hougang Avenue 10. We're going to have active, beautiful, and clean waters. If you go to along Potong Pasir, you can see what it looks like, because the Kallang River going through is very pleasant. It's like having a mini park going through your neighborhood. I have one, Pishan Ang Mo Kio Park, just outside my constituency, so I pinjam from Pishan. If you have a good one, I think Marine Parade, Tampines, and Ang Mo Kio will come and pinjam from you. The biggest plan we have is a long-term one. Aljunied is one of the biggest areas, GRCs, in Singapore. It's not the biggest in numbers, but the biggest in area. You know why? Because in the middle of Aljunied GRC, you've got one big piece where there are not many people living. It's called Paya Lebar Air Base. Only the aeroplanes live there. But we are moving Paya Lebar Air Base to Changi. It will take some time, 15-20 years to start happening, but we are building, planning, and we are going to move Paya Lebar Air Base to Changi. When you move Paya Lebar Air Base to Changi, we are going to have 800 hectares of land opened up. Bigger than Pishan, bigger than Ang Mo Kio, and then we will be able to build many houses, many factories, many offices in the Paya Lebar Air Base, and around Paya Lebar Air Base, all the houses which have to be low, all the houses which can hear the boom of the aeroplane coming down, The aeroplanes will have moved away. The houses can be redeveloped. Many more homes, so the children who want to live near their parents, I think you'll have a chance. The parents who want to move in here and live with their children, I think you have a good chance. You want jobs here, the jobs will also be here. You want green fields and parks here, we will also have that in Aljunied. But you need a PAP government to do that. Please vote for the PAP government. So in Aljunied, we have plans. For Singapore, we have plans. I talk about different parts of this when I go to different rallies. So in Tanjung Pagar, I talked about housing, I talked about healthcare, I described how SGH is going to be redeveloped. That also is a 20-year plan. So tonight, I want to talk about just two things to tell you what we are thinking of for Singaporeans for the future. Old folks and young people. I think that covers everybody down here. Because if you're not old, then you're young at heart. We have a lot of plans to look after the old people because we have a lot of old people and we're going to have more. And because I think we owe the old people a debt. They've done a lot of good work for us and we must make sure that we honor and respect them and take care of them in their old age. We did that with a Pioneer Generation package. First with a Pioneer Generation name. So when people see me, they say, 我是建国一代. I'm a pioneer. A lot of pride. It makes me feel very happy because we've done the right thing and we've made them respected and we've given them a sense of fulfillment in their sunset years. The Pioneer Generation package makes a big difference to them for their healthcare needs. No need to worry anymore. They will be okay. And even for those not quite old enough to be pioneer, but maybe just a little bit younger, they also got something. Not the PG package, but they got CPF top-ups, Medisave top-ups, and quite a lot of, not more than gesture, quite a lot of policies to help them because we recognize, well, they also made a contribution, and I think the slightly younger ones also deserve something. And just by chance, I'm also a slightly younger one. And so are many of you, I'm sure. We also have the CPF scheme to help everyone save for retirement. It's a very good scheme. I think it makes sure that if you have been working, you put aside money, you can buy a house, you can provide for your Medisave, you will be okay when you grow old. How does it work? I read people saying CPF only 2.5%, interest rate so low. Wow, they want a lot more. But do you know how much CPF gives you in your special account? The special account, which we all have, for the first $60,000, you get 5% interest a year. You go to DBS, cannot get that. You go to UOB, cannot get that. But you put your money in the CPF, you can get 5% per year for the first $60,000. Not bad. If you are a retiree, if you are more than 55 years old, you have a retirement account. Retirement account, even better. First $30,000. You know what you get? 6% interest. 6%. I think it's not bad, right? So why, when you go to opposition rallies, they never mention this? Because if they mention this, nobody will vote for the opposition. But I think I should mention this. And I should tell you also why I think it's a good thing. Because a lot of Singaporeans think it's a good thing. When we tell people these numbers, they say, wow, can I put more money into my CPF or not? So the answer is yes, can. You have some rules, but can. And do you know how much people put into the CPF? Last year, Singaporean CPF members volunteered, took money, either from their OA or from their cash, and mostly from cash, to give to the CPF, to put into their special account, to put into their retirement account, so that they have enough for their old age and they can enjoy this high interest rate. And you know how much they put in? $500 million last year. They are not silly. They are not ignorant. They understand. They can go to the CPF website. They must have checked up the interest rates. I'm sure they went to the bank's website. They checked up the bank's interest rates. They decided CPF better, put the money into the CPF. I think they are wise. So I think the CPF is taking good care of the old people. But we are making it better. I think we've made it more flexible. We made a rule so that when you reach the withdrawal age, which is about 65, you can take out 20% of your money in the CPF so that you can spend. If you want to travel, you have something for your grandchildren, you need something for your kids' education, well, you can take out part of your money, but you keep the rest of the money for your old age. I think it's fair. I think it's flexible. I think it gives people a choice. You don't take it out, you keep it in, well, you earn good interest. You need it desperately, you take it out, you have that flexibility. So I think that is the way we want to service Singaporeans. Provide for you and give you a choice. For old people, we do that. For the young people, we also do a lot of things, but I want to talk about only one thing, which is young people, we do education for them. And every National Day rally, I talk about education for our young people, one way or another. My first rally, I talk about teach less, learn more. They call it TLLM. Teach less, learn more. What does it mean? Every year we improve the syllabus in school. Every year the students are better prepared and understand the subject better. And every few years we do a test and we compare with other countries. And usually Singapore, English, math, science, we are top of the group. Top not just in Southeast Asia, top not just in Asia, top of the group all over the world. And so we can find jobs for our young people. We work hard, but we can find the jobs. We talk about the need to give our young people better head start in life early, young. So we have better preschool, we have more childcare subsidies, we have more childcare places, we've upgraded preschool teachers, and we've made sure that the PCF, the PAP itself, I've made sure that the PCF is upgrading to serve your children and grandchildren better. We promised it, we have done it. We said every school a good school. And yes, we have managed to make every school a good school. How do I know that? I give you one example. We have a national competition every year. It's called the National Flying Machine Competition. They make something, and they have to build a little aeroplane, no engine, and then try and control and fly it. All the schools participate, primary schools, secondary schools, all over Singapore. And you look at I just name you some schools, see if you can guess the winners. NUS High School, Hwa Chong, Dunman High, Jurong Primary School. Who do you think won that competition? Jurong Primary School. Better than NUS High, better than Hwa Chong, better than Dunman. I'm not saying that these are not good schools, but Jurong Primary School, Primary 5, 顶呱呱了不起. So every school is a good school. We say we will make it happen. We got more places in universities. We got more universities, SIT, UNISIM. We built it. We are going to look after everybody for your future when you go into the workforce. Skills future. Train, upgrade, get a better job. We will do it. We are going to create more ways up so that no matter where you are, what stage you are in life, you will have a chance to do better for yourself. We will do it. For the future, for our kids, for Singapore. I spend time talking about the kids because actually the kids are the most important thing for us all. In the family, we dote over our children. We want them to do well. 望子成龙成凤. As Singapore, we look at our kids, we say, they are the future of Singapore. They are what will make this country succeed. In fact, they will be Singapore. 20 years from now, the kids today will be here attending rallies, and the teenagers today may be here making speeches to you. And we want them to be good citizens, good audience, and I hope also good leaders standing here making speeches to you. This National Day Parade, beautiful show. You watched it on TV. Some of you would have seen it on the Padang. What was it which moved me most? Two things. One, when Kit Chan sang Home, all of us around the Padang, we could actually hear ourselves singing Home together with her. This is our future. This is where we are. This is home truly. And we will take care of this home. But the other moment was after the parade. You may have noticed the final event in the parade, the final item, all these stick figures, LED lights dancing around on the stage, on the Padang. They were all primary 5, primary 6 students, dressed up in costumes. They lit up the costumes. They danced around, very beautiful. You can't see the face, but you can just see the stick man in the circle down there. But after that, I went to the Padang to see the faces. After the parade was over, the president left, I went down, took a look, chatted with them. And that's what moved me most, because you could see them all. Each one, some red, some blue, some green, some yellow, each one with lights around their hoods. And their faces lit up by the lights, lit up by their excitement, their confidence, their joy. And I felt so happy with them. I thought, that is the face of Singapore tomorrow. They are the reason why we are working so hard, right? Because we want them. They carry our hopes, our dreams, our future. We want them to succeed. We want them to do well. We want them to have a good Singapore inherited from us, but also taken care of so that when they take care of it, they can make it even better and even stronger. And to do that, you need a good government, and I think we need a good PAP government. And I ask you, when you go to vote in Aljunied and also all over Singapore, please vote for the right government. So all those kids we saw, all those smiles we saw, all those hopes you could see in their faces, they will be fulfilled, they will be achieved, they will do the impossible, and we, whether we are grandfathers marching in the veterans troop, or whether we are looking at them from somewhere else in the sky, we will say we are proud of them. So vote for the right party, make sure we have the right government, make sure we have the right Singapore, with you, for Singapore. Thank you very much.